Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here with the talk about the NFL draft. Here we are the night before the draft, and as a San Francisco 49ers fan, I really know little to nothing about what's going to be going on with this year's draft. I haven't really heard any news. I haven't really heard any rumors. The 49ers have had good drafts the last 2 years with Eric Reed and Jimmy Ward bringing them in to help out the defense. And we've really, had a good draft class the last 2 years, really bringing in guys that have really been able to help the team. But a lot like last year, our team has taken some real big hits. I know that when everybody's sitting down looking at the draft, it's all about Mariota or Winston, the kids from Oregon and Florida State, more than likely going number 1 and number 2, Winston to the Bucks. Mariota looks like he might be involved in some sort of a trade. Some teams want him. It seems like number 2 just doesn't want to pick him. But the Niners, I don't know, man. We played like trash last year. We had a really good team. I really thought that we had a really special team that we should have done a whole lot better than we did. It was weird, sitting around and the NFL playoffs are going on and the San Francisco 49ers weren't even invited. But we had a lot of injuries. We had a lot of internal problems. Hopefully we can move on from that. I think everybody knows about the problems with the San Francisco 49ers. I really don't think that the coach the San Francisco 49ers have promoted up to being the head coach, I don't think is the guy that they really wanted to be there. I think that right now the San Francisco 49ers are spending money on players, and they're just hoping that these players can sort of bloom into stars on their own, because it doesn't seem like we're spending any money on a coaching staff, and that's kind of weird. Our linebacker position was really gutted. Of course, last year, Navario Bowman sat out the whole year with his injury that he injured himself in the Seattle Seahawks game. Of course, that big historic play where it didn't really even count for anything because even though there was a fumble on the play by Marshawn Lynch, the referees called the play dead. We did get the ball back, I believe, 2 plays later on a turnover at downs, and Colin Kaepernick threw an interception, and that was all over from there. But, then, of course, our team gets rocked. Not only do we lose, prize free agents all over the board, we have Patrick Willis, one of the lifebloods of our defense and our whole team. Definitely one of the most fan-friendly players in the whole league. When you think about the San Francisco 49ers, most people thought about him, and when most 49er fans don't even think of him as the best linebacker that's on the team, retires. And then one of the guys that was stepping up for Navario Bowman last year in Borland retires after his rookie season in the league. There's lots of good stories coming out of the 49ers this year. You got Vernon Davis saying that they got a really good energy built around the team, and they still have a lot of prized veterans, and there's no way in the world this team's going to be going down. Of course, there was big news when the Niners went out and they signed Jaron Hayne to come over and try and play football here in the United States, leaving rugby behind. Of course, Daryl Dockett signing on with the San Francisco 49ers, coming over from the Arizona Cardinals, was a big plus to our team. But, you can't look away from one of the biggest positions on our team. One of the things that really helped us out throughout the years was our offensive line. Mike Ekpre-Olomu wasn't able to sign with us. He signed with the Arizona Cardinals, leaving us, and that's going to be a big hole. That's definitely one of the things that I really want to see the San Francisco 49ers improve on, is trying to bring somebody in to fill that guard position. From there, Michael Crabtree left us and went and signed with the Raiders. Of course, we brought in Torrey Smith. But I don't know, man. Stevie Johnson was the guy that I thought was we brought in to replace Crabtree, and we cut him. And Stevie Johnson ended up signing with the Cardinals. Frank Gore left us to go play for the Indianapolis Colts. Sort of replaced him with Reggie Bush. Carlos Hyde out of Ohio State, our draft pick last year. Seems like he's going to be getting that starting position, but I don't know, man. That's a little bit of a risk. Ray McDonald was cut. He ended up with the Chicago Bears. Parrish Cox left us to go play for the Tennessee Titans. Lots of big names leaving the 49ers and lots of holes all over the board of what's going down. About the only thing that I've really looked and saw that there's rumors of out there is that the 49ers GM, basically Trent Baalke has been talking about going out and drafting a quarterback. We have Colin Kaepernick. I know that we need a backup. In the past few years, we've had the kid from Jacksonville. Shoot, I can't remember his name right now, but he's not really somebody that could take the ball and we can believe in. If on the first play of the season, Kaepernick goes down with a knee injury, it's over and done with. And maybe bringing somebody in like that, so, we've got Kaepernick locked up on a long-term deal. I think of him as a good quarterback. He's not one of the things that I think that we really need to be going out and looking at. But there's some talks about from South Alabama, Brandon Bringe, a good quarterback. And if you wanted to bring somebody in like that to be your second man, that's all good with that. And, filling in the holes with Ekpre-Olomu leaving, there's some talk about some guys to play offensive line. I would love to see somebody come in like that. The wide receiver position, Dorial Green-Beckham, a really fast wide receiver, more about the feet work than more about hands or anything else, but a really, really fast guy. We've been building up the wide receiver position for the last few years, and we haven't really been able to find somebody that's going to be there long term. Torrey Smith seems like a guy who's going to be there maybe 2 years at the most. He's a veteran as it is already. Our number one wide receiver. He's not getting any younger, and I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to keep him around. He seems like he's one of the prized veterans of the San Francisco 49ers. The name's Juan Bolden. Every year is supposed to be the year that he gets a little bit older and he can't do what he used to. But last year, he was one of our biggest guns on the whole team. A guy that you can just put the whole team on his back, and he was going to try his best to get you going from there. A position that needs to be looked at is Byron Jones at the cornerback position. He's coming out of Connecticut. This guy has a real strong vertical leap. He has a really, really good just leaping ability. He's very fast. He's got great hands. I think that he's definitely a guy that can be brought in. You really want to help building up that defense to where guys can't pass against you. One of the biggest problems that we've been having is going out and playing these teams like Seattle, who just use Wilson and they just dump the ball off left and right, and bringing in anything that can help us out from there. Definitely linebackers has always been one of the strongest positions that 49ers have ever been able to draft for. So trying to find some sort of strength in the linebacker position to help build up, Willis and Borland leaving us will be a plus. But I'm looking forward to see who we draft tomorrow in the first round and building up the San Francisco 49er team, because I believe that we can be good. I know that there's a lot of strong competition in the NFC West. That we're going to have to play in the Cardinals and in the Seahawks. So we got to get better. I mean, that's all it really comes down to.